Hey guys, how's it going? So, I wanted to do these offset updates a little bit more regularly, and, the issue is that with the yo-yoing, if you don't have multiple yo-yos going on at once, you really just have like long lulls where you're just waiting for prototype. In any case, the one thing I can update you guys on is the outlier colors. So, there's a picture from the factory of what the colors are gonna be. And yeah, those are looking pretty good. So 3 of the colors were like, yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And then we added purple, just so I'm a man of the people, Purple's cool. The outlier that I showed you guys in that video, that was actually the 3rd prototype. And the picture you just saw of the 4 colors, that's the 4th. And now that I don't have, I've kind of updated you guys on the progression of the outlier. I thought I'd spend today's video kind of telling you how it got to that point. So, if we go to the beginning of the story, it starts in China. So rewind the clocks way back to the very first outlier. Okay, I was in Shanghai and we were working on the variant at the time, and that was the key project that we were working on. But we also created outlier prototypes. 2 main prototypes were created. So there was this one, which is literally a precursor to the Outlier 1 that actually came out. Then there was this one, right? So there was this yo-yo as well, and the only difference between this one and that one is that this rim structure kind of wrapped around the front like so. Now when we were testing these 2 prototypes, this one screwed up colossally. They couldn't get it smooth, so it was vibey. The pads didn't fit in the seat, so you couldn't have like a proper yo-yo pad inside there, and it was just an absolute train wreck. But there is also a hidden story about this yo-yo that I've never really told anyone. While I was in China, I went to a Chinese yo-yo competition, that one to be sure. And I decided that while I was in China, I was gonna go to a Chinese yo-yo competition. I may as well test out the prototypes for my new signature yo-yo. So I had a few of these and a few of these. They kind of jerry-rigged me one with like pads where they kind of fit in, and the yo-yo itself was kind of smooth. And I didn't prepare for this contest at all. And I was fully expecting to bomb. Now, when I was practicing for the contest, there was this yo-yo and there was this yo-yo, and unbeknownst to me, I kept gravitating towards this yo-yo. And this is what culminated in my first ever fluke prelim. And I hit the cleanest prelim routine like I have ever hit in my entire life. I don't know if it's the yo-yo. I really don't know if it's the yo-yo. It could have been a multitude of things. It could have been because I had no expectations. It could have been because I wasn't nervous. It could have been because I was, hey, maybe Chinese dumplings really do give you better yo-yoing ability. But if you guys watch that freestyle, I'm actually using this iteration of the prototype. For whatever reason, that magical, mythical, kind of clean Shanghai prelim always stuck with me. So I was kind of getting bored of the outlier, I kind of wanted a new yo-yo anyway. So I thought, hey, why don't I revisit the idea? So for AP, I think it was AP 2018, 2019, I created a new prototype, which is essentially this, but done properly. It was like, it wasn't vibey, it was smooth, the pads were done correctly, and we got this. This was the Outlier 2. It was essentially this one, long lost forbidden Shanghai yo-yo that was machined terribly, and this is how it played when it was done, well, properly. Now, when I first played with this yo-yo, it didn't really play the same as this one. This one had a bit more rim weight. We tweaked the rims slightly so that it would be more manufacturable, but the rim weight on these wasn't quite there, so it was kind of eh. And, in general, it was a very similar vibe to the Outlier 1. But it's pretty much the same thing. I mean, you whack on the rims kind of differently, but it was kind of the same thing. And I was kind of like, I'll play with this yo-yo for a little bit just to kind of test the waters. And then something happened that, you can't really control, but I basically bombed my AP freestyle. And this time, I had practiced that prelim, like, more than I had practiced pretty much any prelim kind of preceding that. I screwed it up. I was really pissed. This yo-yo was kind of eh. And then I kind of just went, all right, screw it. I kind of dropped out of the yo-yoing scene for 2019 for a little bit, and then it just kind of sat there. So all of these designs were eventually there. Which now brings us to the current design of the Outlier, which is very, very promising. You see, this compared to this, I mean, we had the first prototype, which was terrible. It was like, ugh. We had this prototype, which was, it worked, but it was kind of like, this would have been a good yo-yo in 2017. And then we have this, which is almost there. Just has a slight gap problem, you know, it just needs that inner cut from the Outlier 1, but it's got that rim wraparound weight distribution, and I'm surprised that I like this rim wraparound weight distribution because it creates a weight distribution that I don't initially think that like, wow, that's really cool, but when I play with it, it makes me a more consistent player. So that's how this design really came to be. It's the Outlier merged with something that I know helps me land tricks better and kind of beefed up wider to kind of fit with the width of yo-yos nowadays. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video of where the offset yo-yo, where the Outlier as it is today kind of came from. I hope you guys enjoy those new colors that is going to be coming in. And that's it for today's video. So yeah, any comments, questions, criticisms, post them down below, and I will see you guys next time.